Hi, my name is Sandy Garza and I'm from Houston, Texas. I have 3 dogs that I rescued about 7 years ago. They're named after the famous Die Hard villains, Hans, Carl, and Simon. The first one out of the group was Simon. I went to the San Antonio Animal Control. I did fall in love with Simon. There was just something special about him. He already knew a few tricks like sit and, give me 5. We did the paperwork for Simon. So when we got the call that Simon was ready to be picked up, I just decided to go through the shelter one more time and see if there was any other dogs. And that's where I found Hans. He just had like this light in his eyes, but also sadness. Like, I don't know how long he was out in the streets. He was skin and bones. He had to have been out for quite some time. He was covered in ticks and fleas. The shelter, they were concerned that I wouldn't want him. I'm like, well, why not? I mean, he's so cute and adorable. I ended up adopting him as well. For quite some time, I would say about a year, I had Hans and Simon. Fast forward a year later, Carl, I found him through Facebook. It was my friend Teresa. She knew that I was looking for a dachshund. So it was like her neighbor's friend. I don't know, it was just this whole ordeal to try to rescue Carl because at the time I was living in San Antonio and he was in Houston, Carl. His story was that he was too aggressive, and oh my gosh, Carl is far from aggressive. He is such a cuddle monster, and that's how my little Die Hard pack was complete. I always tell people to adopt, don't shop. There's just something about shelter dogs that are so loyal versus going to a breeder. About 3 years ago, me and my ex-husband, we decided to pursue the West Coast dream. I am a domestic violence survivor. So I endured 6 years of violence, and my dogs got to witness a lot of these violent episodes. About a year ago, I decided to load up my car with all the necessary stuff for the dogs, a small bag of clothes, my important documents, and I had to move back home. If it weren't for my dogs, I wouldn't have left. We moved back with my parents. It was really hard to adjust. Living back at home must have been hard on the dogs as well. I could see it. The tension, the environment was different. They saw me stressed, they saw me crying, and they were just right next to me, cuddling with me, consoling me. I don't think they quite understood what was going on with me. They were there for me, and their loyalty just meant so much to me. People make fun of me because I spoil them. No one really understands what I've been through to a full extent. People give me a hard time because I'm the crazy leader dog lady and I spoil my dogs so much. But you know what? I've been through so much. My dogs have gotten me out of hard times. Spoiling them the way I do is the least I could do, because little did they know that they rescued me as well.